Good evening, everyone. Today we are doing something different in a live video. Just let me prepare the screen so that I can see your comments and we can start. Okay. So as you can see, today we have this nice kit from ICM. We recently published review of this model on our website and YouTube channel. You can find it there. I recommend to check it because that's really nice kit. But as you can guess from the name of this video, today we are going to start the build project of this model. That's a German white personal car in 135 scale. Completely fresh release, absolutely new plastic and new tooled plastic, so there was no previous versions, no previous releases, and that's actually the first type of this car, so Kfz.1. As you can see, we have version with folded down roof. There will be also type with open or closed roof, but I would like to build this particular type. So as you can see, packaging is quite typical. We discussed it in our video review, so I'm going to open it straight away. Here we have this plastic sprues, nothing that's surprising. We have also clear plastic sprue in the separate plastic bag, and we have assembly manual. So today we are going to talk about the assembly process of this model, because this kit is quite interesting in the aspect that all parts will be used here, no parts will be left for your spare box, and you can see it here on the parts map. So there are no red zones as it's typical for ICM, some other ICM kits, and red means that those parts are not used. Here we have everything employed, let's say, in this build, so basically all frames will be utilized while building this model. So build process starts from the main frame. As you can see, we will be attaching those minor elements together to the main section. Then we will be assembling suspension. But what I would like to see, as you can see here, we continue with assembly of the suspension. Then we install various arms, and also here we have engine. So as you can see, it is possible to separate whole build into several chapters, let's say. So we will have definitely separate engine build. We will definitely build separately the main frame. And now I would like to see this part, because as you can see here, we attached the interior floor on the frame. So I just wonder if we can leave it aside and build everything on the floor and then just install floor on the frame. Definitely we won't be attaching those wheels, because wheels can be painted separately and installed on the last steps. Moreover, I would like to replicate some dirt on those parts, so it will be useful to have wheels separate from the whole vehicle. As you can see here, again, we continue with installation of various elements on the main plate. And that's quite interesting, because as you can see, we can basically leave it aside, assemble everything together, and then just install it on the main frame. And I think I will try to do it. I mean, we have to see what will be the main reason ICM decided to go like this. I mean, it is obvious that it's like, let's say, following process step by step. That's why we are installing it on this frame, but maybe it's worth leaving it aside and painting and weathering it separately. But I'm a bit confused, because I'm looking on those wheel arches, and when we will apply some dirt and some weathering on them, it is better to have them together with frame, so that weathering will be consistent and it won't look like two separate parts joined together. So we have to think through this moment. Also here we have installation of the seats. Again, definitely we won't be installing seats straight away, because I would like to weather the floor and I would like to weather seats separately. Here we install rifles. This is not that serious, I would say. Then we have doors installation process. Note that they will be detailed both inside and outside. I think here PE parts could be handy to replicate these handles inside, but we don't have PE in ICM kits, so we will have to work with what we have. Also, I'm looking at the frame of the windscreen, and I think it is worth trying to paint the whole frame separately from the glasses and then just glue the glasses into this frame, because it will be easier and we will avoid masking, which is not that pleasant procedure. Here we have assembly of the rear frames, which will be installed here. Then we continue with folded roof, which is assembled separately, so it can be also painted separately and then installed onto this. Here we, by the way, have the spare wheel, which can be assembled together with main wheels. Tools, fuel can, obviously they will be built and painted separately. Front lamps, well, with those I might consider a bit possible options, because it is possible to paint them separately, it is possible to install them on the vehicle and paint them together with vehicle. And what else here? Designers employed here. We have side mirror. This one will be definitely installed due to the small size. So in total we will be performing 87 steps in order to have a complete vehicle. Then for the marking options, we have 4 marking options as far as I remember. First one comes from the Don area, June 1942. This one is from Ukraine, July 1941. And then we have Ukraine, July 1941, and Belarus, July 1941. I think I will replicate this one, which is depicted on the box art, with this funny duck tank. It will be quite interesting to see it on the vehicle. And just to remind you that finished model will have length of 10 centimeters, which is not that impressive, I would say, for 35 scale, but it is expectable for car in such scale, let's say. Now I'm going to remove the biggest frame. Why? Because here we have this necessary part which actually starts the whole assembly process, and now we are going just to saw it away and have it ready for assembly. So we will use this traditional plastic saw. Actually, those ICM cars are quite interesting. As you remember, I was building the G7 in 1/72 scale. It was quite nicely detailed for such small vehicle. Moreover, it is possible to detail it even more if you would like to. It's just a matter of your time and experience. But the final result looks really good. Looked really good, and this vehicle even got several awards on model shows. It was quite surprising. Frankly speaking, I wasn't expecting really getting something for this vehicle. Now I'm going to saw it off. As you can see, this frame is a bit wobbly, so be careful with it. And definitely will require some cleanup in order to have a nice clean part. As I remember, we will be first step will be installation of the middle section here, but I would like just to saw off this main frame so that we can see it closer. Just give me a second. And we have also here one point. So in total there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attachment points. Those are quite thin enough, so no worries. It is easy to separate them. As you can see, it's just a matter of several minutes. And I'm doing it not on the table, because I decided to do this first video on the traditional cutting mat where we shoot the video reviews. But here you can see this main frame, and as you can see, it is not that big. Well, that basically gives you an idea of the vehicle. But once you assemble everything here, it will look impressive because it will feature various suspension elements and other stuff such as engine, for example, and radiator in the front. We have all possible slots, installation slots for all these parts, so no worries, alignment will be easy as well. And in the next video, we will be doing exactly this procedure, installing all suspension elements on this mainframe. So that's all for today's session, let's say. As you can see, we started with this part, and that marks the beginning of the whole build of this model in 1/35 scale. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us this evening. No worries, live reviews will be back again tomorrow, I think, because today I decided to focus all attention on this. And of course, I would be happy to hear your opinion about this kit. Maybe some recommendations on the build process. Write it in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button because it helps us greatly. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram so that you won't miss any new updates on this build, new video reviews, and new live reviews. Thank you for watching us again, and I will see you tomorrow as usual. Bye.